Hi Gemini, Scottish Gypsy here to do your full comprehensive Oracle and Tarot spread. It's so good to be back. I have been away, I think, for 2 weeks at least for you Gemini. Unfortunately, I had a bit of an accident training for my half marathon. It was my last training run before the event, 50 meters from home. Isn't that always the way? And I faceplant and stack it on concrete pretty badly. So got some pretty intense ligament damage in the hand. So it could be 4 to 6 weeks that I'm wearing this, so please be patient with me. Without further ado, let's get on with it. Now, I will tell you, when I was pre-shuffling, 2 really nice cards came out. The Precious Present Moment came out with Fill Your Cup. So I feel like you might be doing that, or else the universe is telling you that it's time to fill your own cup and just enjoy and embrace the precious present moment. So perhaps there's something really cool happening and you're just really enjoying it and bathing in it. So fill your own cup is like the Ace of Cups for me. So it could be a joyous experience, a happy time, or it's about self-love and filling your own cup, Gemini. But without further ado, let's get on with it. Now, we have in the month of August, it's all about the eclipses, and we've just had the eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Now, there was a clash with Uranus with that one too. And when I was doing the water readings, Uranus and a theme of liberation and freedom and pattern breaking was through all 3 signs. So we'll see what's going to come out in the air signs. You're the first of those today. But without further ado, let's get on with that. We've got a Gemini card. So Gemini, there could be something new here. We've got New Moon in Gemini, communication is key. So I don't know what's going on in your world, whether it's a communication project that you're starting or kicking off. Maybe you're writing your next book, your screenplay. There could be an important speaking project as well. Sometimes it can show up when there is an important conversation or communication as well. Regardless, in the next few weeks, for you, Gemini, communication is is key and an important theme. Let's see what's going to come out, Gemini. We now have the Sun in Virgo and Mercury in Virgo, which it loves. So good aspects for good communication. Oh, look at that. See, it's all about you today, Gemini. New Moon in Gemini, communication is key. So I really feel tattoo that to your forehead. That feels like they're really giving you a strong message there. Okay, we've got work through your fears, New Moon in Scorpio. So it does feel for a lot of Geminis, there's something new happening. And you might be feeling a bit nervous, or there could be some fear rising to the surface, but whether it's talk about it, communication is key, but it could be there's a project here, right? And there could be a little bit of fear coming through. Let's see, Gemini. Hold your vision, fixed moon, beautiful. So communication is key, hold your vision. Let's get one more, Gemini. And it says your commitment is being tested. So I really feel like you're needing to stand firm about something at the moment. Stay committed to something. Don't let fear trip you up here. So whether the universe is testing your commitment to something, or an organization or a person is testing your commitment, regardless, it's saying hold your vision. Communication is key. So I'm going to do one more oracle. We've got the Precious Present Moment. That's the one that I saw. Okay, interesting. So let's see what's coming through, Gemini. Oh, my hand. It's not easy. These are bigger cards. No. Okay, we have the card, Become Your Own Priority. There is absolutely a theme about you filling your own cup, enjoying the precious present moment, and becoming your own priority. Number 13. Now 13, yeah, it's interesting. It's the Death card, right, in tarot. So you know, that does connect to it's time for change. It's time for transformation. So you could be undergoing some personal transformations. You could be making some big changes connected to you, whether it's physically, spiritually, emotionally, or decisions that you're making about your life. But I do feel that you're on some sort of threshold here, because I'm noticing the 2 pillars. Let's keep going. Can I get one more for Gemini? And then I'm going to get the tarot. ground from the roots. So it's time to ground your energy. And there's also something about hold your vision and ground from the roots. So it's about anchoring here. I'm getting a strong word about anchoring and staying strong and firm about something at the moment. Okay, let's see. Let's get some tarot. King of Swords. Wow. Next to Mercurian energy of the Magician, but the Five of Swords is beside that with the Six of Cups. Yeah, I feel like recently you stepped into your Magician energy, okay? Now, there could have been a conflict with the person from the past with the Six of Cups here. Okay, Six of Cups can be a past connection, so whether it be a family member, a friend, someone that you've got a really long shared history connection with. I don't know if that's where that commitment is coming through. Because Five of Swords can be conflict, defeat. It can be a person who wants to win at all costs. But let's focus on the Magician and the King of Swords, because that's what's really standing out. It feels like a shift here. Because the King of Swords is when mentally someone's really strong and they do have a very, very strong vision. So whether you're a man or a woman, because we all have masculine and feminine, this is about you having a vision and holding it. Because even the Magician is about having a vision. You're using your sword. Now, this is what I was meaning about communication. So, and Magician is creation. So there could be a new creative project where communication is a strong aspect. So tell me in the comments, for those of you who are willing to share, what is your communication-based project that you are kicking off or creating here? For those of you that's not relevant, there is still this, concept about you manifesting something new and being really clear about it and having a very strong vision. So I like this today. Okay, let's pull the first three, Gemini. So communication is key and vision is the strongest theme for me as a reader that's coming through for you, Gemini. Two more. One more. Okay, we have two cards together, Six of Pentacles and Two of Wands. Okay, let's start with the Two of Wands, but I'm going to get a third card. I really feel like you're on a threshold here of making some sort of decision. So if you just look here, become your own priority, and you can see the threshold, the two pillars. So if you're listening and not watching, the Two of Wands is similar, okay? You can see there is this between the two wands. This person's holding the globe. So Two of Wands can be decisions and choices connected to your future planning, thinking about taking some sort of step here or action. I am feeling this threshold energy. So whatever it is, regardless, they're saying become your own priority. So something about the decision, doing what's right for you. I do feel there has been a period of contemplation with the Four of Swords. Now, the Six of Pentacles can have lots of different meanings. It can talk about receivership, but also giving. So a person that could be being charitable to you, or you could be being charitable to another. Sometimes it can, though, be breadcrumbing. And I don't often lean into that energy, Geminis, but I'm going to say for some of you it's relevant. So if you feel that you're being shortchanged, in other words, you're not receiving the value that you deserve, whether that be energetic, or whether that be, how you're paid, for example, because the Pentacles can represent money. Yeah, I just feel you're needing to become your own priority. But also, Gemini, there's another message that I'm channeling here as well. This person's giving to the beggars, and I'm not saying don't be charitable, but, the lesson of Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. So it calls you to do a bit of a review in your life, Gemini, about who and what you're giving to, and are you getting it back in the same measure? Okay, so apply that. Have a look at your relationships, whether it be in the workplace, whether it be if you're doing a deal. Okay, so there could be like you're trying to do a deal and maybe there isn't reciprocity, or it's not a win-win situation. Think about the scales, right? Like you want to achieve some sort of reciprocity or balance. So yeah, I really feel that for some of you, there has been a lens regarding equity, reciprocity, fairness. And you might be making a decision about what might be right for you here. Even the Nine of Cups is self-love. It's being in a position of contentment and gratitude. It's Jupiter and Pisces. Now, the Nine of Cups is also connected to a wish fulfillment. So there might be something that your heart's pulling you towards here. But let's get the middle row before I say too much. No, Four of Swords can, it can just be meditation. It can be deep contemplation, but it can also be rest and recovery. So some of you Geminis could have been unwell or recovering, and it might have connected you with your deeper thoughts about life and value and reciprocity themes. Because now I've got the Lovers, Gemini. That's your major arcana. So, when a lover shows up, there can be themes around relationships, whether it's an intimate relationship, relationships in general. There could be decisions and choices that impact relationships with the Lovers card. Because it is about the choices that we make. And I do feel there is some sort of choice or decision. Let's get the middle row, Gemini. Temperance, beautiful. Another theme around balance. Sagittarius is major arcana. Let's get the heartbeat. Yeah, okay, I am going to say there is definitely something about emotional regulation coming up and communication being really important. This, Gemini, you may feel that you want to react in a situation, okay, or even be verbal, and it can be anger, quick to anger, or quick to speak. And because I've got temperance beside it, it's like the angels are saying, temper that need to, speak quickly, or I'm going to say it, shoot your mouth off. That's what I mean. It's like, we all get like that, where we just say what we want to say without really thinking it through and maybe not having enough emotional regulation in that moment. We're human beings. We all do it, right? Like if, any reader will tell you, if you see temperance next to the Knight of Swords, there is absolutely a lesson there, and slow down. Don't be hasty, whether it's hasty in communication or hasty in actions. And for a lot of you, it's communication. All right. Let's see. Seven of Wands. Yeah, because this can be where we're feeling the need to defend or protect or stand our ground in a situation, or we can feel like someone's challenging our authority or challenging our position. So definitely you're getting some sort of caution here. This middle row is absolutely today. There could be a situation, and for some of you it could be with your partner, or it could be in a relationship in your life, where there just could be this standoff between you and another person. You may feel triggered. Nine of Swords and hard the reading. Now let's talk about it, right? In its strength, Gemini energies is a Gemini card for me. In its strength, Nine of Swords isn't bad. It's just someone who is moving very, very quickly, and particularly with the communication. So it can be speaking quickly, acting quickly, right? It can be inspired thought, but it's quick mind, right? So you might feel inspired to quickly communicate or act. Let's talk about its shadow. Just because I've got temperance beside it, right? Because there's an angel trying to bring balance here to a situation. Okay, so this is about your emotions, because you've got the Two Cups, and also you can see the Two of Cups. So I do think for a lot of you this is in some sort of friendship or relationship. Regardless, the message is about pacing. There's something about pacing here as well. So not reacting quickly in a situation, not being hasty in a situation, or pacing a conversation or situation that you're dealing with, striving for like moderation and harmony and balance. They're two really important themes. Let's get the last three. Okay, last three. I just feel like, because with temperance, the message of that is, that's glory, right? The path to glory is through emotional balance, a balanced approach, okay, through patience, timing, all of those things. There is something for me today about pacing, timing, balance, harmony, strong themes today. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool, Aries energy. Let's see. The Moon. The eclipse can do this, okay, absolutely. And remember, eclipse energy can hang around for 6 months. Gemini, 6 months. And people can get triggered emotionally. They can be more anxious during eclipses. So I actually feel that there is a bit of a caution here that you or someone else could be, and you're needing to approach the situation delicately and through emotional maturity as well, I'm hearing. Can I get 2 more, please? Oh, okay. 10 of Swords. Gemini, last card. The Hanged Man. Okay, I am feeling a story here, Gemini, that some of you are potentially thinking about doing something for you, like some sort of new journey, new beginning, new leap of faith. Like, I just get that you want something new, because the Fool is a new chapter, a new beginning, closing out an old cycle and starting afresh. Also, I'm picking up, if this is not an ending that happens during this eclipse period, because you may be thinking about bringing something to an end. Some of you during this eclipse are doing some releasing, which I totally approve of, because, you know, the eclipses can be about bringing anything that is beneath the surface, particularly with an emotional, the emotional energy of Pisces, right? So anything that is buried deep, you can see the full moon here. It's about it coming to the surface. And some of you during this eclipse, you could be reflecting on the 10 of Swords, and your perspective about it might be shifting. Because the Hanged Man is the enlightened one, okay? It is the person who is choosing a new perspective. And that's what I'm getting here. You're gaining and choosing a new perspective connected to the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords can be a painful experience, a painful lesson. I just heard a painful lesson. So for some of you, feel free to share if that resonates, but that came through strongly, and I don't think I've ever said that with 10 of Swords, so it was for someone. You might have learned a hard lesson, Gemini, here, okay? The 10 of Swords can talk about the worst of a situation is over, but maybe you're still energetically carrying it, which might be coming to the surface during the eclipse, okay? Do you understand? So whether or not, because some of you will be like, there's no one in my life that, you know, I'm kicking to the curb here, like things are fine. This could be about something that you haven't yet released, that the eclipse could bring to the surface. So it's a great time to do energetic clearing, releasing, opening up to forgiveness, okay, with the Temperance card, because that can be about divine healing as well. So I do like that. And overall, the Hangman is bringing you to the Fool. So it's like you've got this perspective shift, and there's a genuine excitement about the next stage of life or the next chapter. You know, this person's traveling lightly. So let's just quickly summarize. This bottom row is 100% a deep reflection on a painful ending, a painful experience, or a painful lesson, okay? And it could be around communication. You are getting, hold your vision, communication is key. I am going to pull a card. I really feel I want to know what the advice is for Gemini. Okay, did you see that? They pulled my eyes over here, and we have what is meant for you will find you. Isn't that interesting? See the clock? Oh, wait till you see what's at the bottom of the deck, Gemini. The Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, a new opportunity. Now you're the Fool, okay? So the Hangman, shifting the perspective on the next chapter, the new beginning, the new stage, opening up to the opportunity of a new beginning. And then they pull my eyes to what is meant for you will find you. I've shuffled, and there's the Ace of Pentacles. This is what's going to find you. And see the reference to the portal? I definitely feel it's time to become your own priority. If you want to take a leap of faith in a new direction, if you want to try something new here, because the Ace of Pentacles can be a new job offer that's come through, moving home, it could be a new home, it could be a new investment, it could be a new relationship, it's new moon and Taurus energy. Regardless, it is a new beginning that holds the promise of prosperity in the future. Okay, it leads to the Ten of Pentacles. So that's where I'm going to leave it. God bless you. It's so good to be back. I've missed you, Gemini. See you very soon.